Good evening and welcome everybody to another episode of Music and Mixing. I'm DJ Michael Joseph, and as you see, we're set up a little bit different tonight. I'm doing some different stuff, trying some stuff out. Tonight is open question night, as you see down in the corner. Is it this corner? It's this corner. We're open question night, so you can ask questions about absolutely anything. Let me know how things are going out there. I'm going to bring up the chat because I forgot to bring up the chat before. And if you guys have questions, we are on Facebook. We are on a whole lot of different things, and we want to hear from you wherever you're at tonight. Let me get this here. And the chat is open, and we are attached at 7 different places. I think we should be 8. I think we didn't attach to my webpage again. Nope, we're good. This Twitch is the only one that we didn't get to. So if you're hoping to watch this on Twitch, we're not there right now. So I have the questions open, chat open. No, we're all 7 of 7, so we got on all of them tonight. So if you have any questions, hit me up. Thank you for tuning in. JC, what's going on? How are you? Holla. All the way from Mexico City. I had to think there for a second where it was. Robin, thank you for tuning in. Appreciate it, everyone. Appreciate everyone tuning in tonight. Again, it's open question tonight, so it can be anything. I'll explain here in a bit why I'm set up differently, and then we'll go from there. This is still my studio, same thing, but just a different angle. So that's all. Lighting isn't great because I didn't set any special lighting up. So just my other lighting that's set for other directions is set that direction. And we're just getting bleed over tonight is all we're doing. So Robin said, you can hear me. I hear you. Does that mean you can hear me well or not well? Ken from Florida, what's going on? Welcome. If you've never watched the show before, one of the things we do is we always do shout outs at the beginning of the show, wherever you're tuning in from, because we have people tune in from everywhere, all over the world. So tonight we have Cali's in the house. We have Mexico City, Florida, 2 Floridas. Let's see who else. If you're watching tonight and you're from somewhere, obviously you are from somewhere, let me know. Hit me up in the chat. Let me know. We already have a topic tonight. I just realized who that was. GR, what's going on, man? GR's taken some of my classes before. He's talking about taking some new ones, and he wants to talk about transitions tonight. And we can definitely talk about that because it is a wide open night. Twice? LOL. What does twice LOL mean, John? What's going on, John? Hello? What does twice mean? Am I missing something, or did you mean to say Twitch? I don't know. I can't understand you young kids nowadays. So let me know what's going on. Welcome again. This is my little studio here. I'd like to see who all's kind of hanging out over on YouTube right now. I have a few people watching on YouTube. This is open question night. We have a lot of people watching from Facebook tonight. Some people watching on Twitch. Oh my gosh, we have like several people watching from Twitch. What's going on? David Wolf from Missouri. Gosh, there's so much here. Massachusetts. Extreme Sound, what's going on? DJ Jesse, I forgot to say hello to you, even though I said where you're from. But yeah, this is good. Like I said, for those who may be tuned in late, I'm changing some stuff I'm thinking about in my studio. I'm either going to move, because I intended to move in 2020, but that changed everything. But I don't know when I'm going to get the opportunity to move, because everything's still going on. I'm not back to work, obviously, like everyone else. But I wanted to do some changes, so I'm thinking about, in the meantime, before moving and building a new studio, I would just maybe switch this one up around a little bit. So normally I would be facing this way, but this is the wall that would be to my right that you normally look, the same way from the studio computer. And this wall is the only wall in the studio that's not interrupted by a door or something like that. So I thought about maybe moving everything around and make this the video wall from now on. So it's committed to this wall. And the way it is, I could hang up a green screen here if I had to. So I'm thinking about that. I'd have to tear down all of the sound foam and kind of replace it and move stuff around. So I'm not sure what I'm going to do. Lighting would have to be an option because this entire room was designed for lighting that way as opposed to this way. So anyway, so chat, DJ Jesse, what's going on? David Wolf, what's going on? John from Boston. I know you're going to probably punch me later for saying it that way. It is, as you see from the corner, it is open question night. And I want to make sure that anybody tuned in knew that this wasn't a mix. I'll be doing the mix afterwards at 10 p.m. tonight over on Twitch. If those of you don't know it, it's twitch.tv/DJ Michael Joseph. And from there, I'm going to be doing a full 2-hour mix there. Yeah, thank you, John. John did the phonetic spelling in the chat over on Twitch. Not everybody's seeing everybody's feeds tonight because we have Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. People tuned in from all over. I'm getting to see the questions from all of them. So that's kind of that. GR talked about me doing some stuff about transitions tonight. We'll cover some transition stuff. But if you have any other questions about anything, let me know. Like I said, we're here. I got everything set up here so that I can do the overhead stuff and even show you some of the overhead stuff or mix it up or whatever we want to do. And we have a good view of everything tonight. So I think we're doing well. So any questions? Let's start there. Well, I'd like to thank everybody for tuning in. Those of you who don't know, we did some changes in the structure of this show. As in, the first Wednesday of the month, I'm going to be interviewing someone. And if you have people that you want me to interview, let me know. Drop me a note, and I'll try to get an interview with them. The second Wednesday of the month, I'm going to be doing on Twitch, and it's going to be about music. Because if we do music here, where if I play actual songs here, YouTube may shut me down midstream. But if I do it over on Twitch, we can go through the whole stream and play songs and do all kinds of stuff like that. So that's one of the advantages of doing the music night, which is the second Wednesday of the month over on Twitch. That would be twitch.tv/Disc Jockey News. I'm mixing on DJ Michael Joseph, but the show will be on Disc Jockey News' Twitch page. And then the third one of every month is a topic, which I did the third Wednesday last week. I did a topic about controller size and how important is controller size. And then tonight is open question night. The fourth Wednesday of the month is open question, and then we start all over again. I do not have a person to interview for the first Wednesday next week. So if you have somebody in mind you'd like to hear, even if it's like, hey, can you get someone interviewed from a speaker company or a lighting company or a hardware company, and it can be something as general as that, and we'll see what we can come up with. So chat's going awesome. Everyone's saying hello to everybody. I appreciate that. While you guys are saying hello, I am going to go over in here, and if I can make this a little bit bigger so I can see it, and I'm going to have to find some, I can do it over here maybe. I have to find some music that I can play because we can't play a lot of stuff over here. So let me do something while we're doing here, and then we can talk about the transitions here in a minute. If I can spell, okay, so I have some there. That's one there. And we're running at 97, so I got to find something near there. So that might work. We can talk about transitions on those two. Any other questions while we're here? Definitely saying hello to everybody. I like the fact that we have people watching from everywhere. That's always very nice. And I am seeing some. I can't see the emojis that you guys are popping up, but I can see that you're typing in emojis. Robin, thank you. I can't really tell what that is. It's just words on my side of the chat. So definitely thank you for that. So, okay, so GR wanted to talk about transitions, and that's one of the things that I teach in my classes. And transitions, he took the first basic class, and the first basic class talks about song structure and drop it on the one. And the important thing of those two is the fact that you are knowing the different parts of a song, so you know where to start it, and drop it on the one is the ability to drop it on the downbeat, the proper downbeat, so that when you're mixing, it's not off. So here's an example. Let me see what I can do here showing multiples here. I'm not really sure what I have here, so hold off. I won't be able to see the chat for a couple seconds while I do this. Hold on here, because I have to cover up the chat to get to the other side. All right, so if I go here or here, no, was it here? Wow, that's really kind of tweaking my system out. Or is it there? That's not it, is it? No. I want you to be able to see the overhead and the other part. So this is the program. So basically we're going to look at these songs here, and this is the one the show started out with. Let me know if that's too loud or something, so that you can see them. That's the first beat. So if I was dropping it on the one, the whole idea would be,
what we do here is go back.
So now they're synced. So if I were to drop that on beat, that's dropping it on the one. 5, 6, 7, 8, 1. All right, so that's dropping on the 1. And the point of that is so you get transitions in. Now, I can't really show it on this exactly the way I want to right now, so let me find that one I'm pulling over and that one I'm pulling over, and then I want to come back to this because I want to show you stuff, and I'm going to take a look real quick here at even some of the new stuff I just downloaded today. We'll go there. Let me find Put Your Records On. It's Cardi B. And you will see that I have, that's not a good example. Is this one? This one's better. And as you can see over here, I can't, do I have a zoom in on here? Do I have a left? Let me see if I have a zoom in on left deck zoomed. I don't know if I have that on this one. Yeah, I don't think so. That's on the other computer. Anyway, so you can see that there's cue points on here set up, and that's one of the things I do. I can't play this song because we'll get busted by the copyright cops. But as you can see, the song starts here. All right, so we're starting there. That's the beginning of the song. But that is all intro until we get to here. And one of the things I do is I always put cue points at the first word. So right here is the very first word of the song. Right there is where the words would start. So what I do is I go back 8 counts or 2 revolutions with virtual set on 1 to 1. So this would be 8 going in. So we'd be going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and I counted too fast, 1. But that's basically, I set those up so that when I want to mix in, I know that that mark right there is the first word, and I want to be done mixing with the other song until I get there. So this tells me there's 8 coming in. But if I go back to the other that I had on there, we're going to load this over here so now we can have words and stuff.
What we do here is go back.
That would be the first point I'm talking about. So if we have the other song playing, I could possibly put this into a loop right here. Sync it.
What we do here is go back. We do here is go back.
Then I release the loop. And fade out the other one. So those little cue points there, what they do is they give you places to see where to bring stuff in. So as I use them as markers saying, there's the first word. If I don't get out of the other song by then I'm going to have words over top of words, and you don't want that. So it's the transitions are kind of the same where you set yourself up to you know where they're at. But if you know your songs, this is the most important thing. If you know your songs, you listen to it, you know where it is, you don't need to necessarily put the markers. I put them there because I don't listen to 99.99% of the stuff I DJ. As I was talking about it Monday night on the Monday night chat show, that, you know, when it comes to this stuff, I was happy when Napster came around because I was able to download songs. You know, I don't want the album. I'm not going to listen to the album. I'm not even going to listen to the song. I need to DJ it, so that's all I care about. So when I get these, I set them up with the cue points like you saw at the beginning and the end. So there's a marker also on the last word, so I know when that's out. So if I'm putting a first word and a last word together, I can go, here's where the last word is. After that, it's just kick drums and beats and stuff. And the same with this one, it's going to be kick drums and beats until I get to here. The idea is to make them match. And that's basically all there is to it. Mixing is not difficult, and I know people get mad at me all the time when I say that mixing is not hard, and they go, but I can't, you know, whatever. It just takes some practice is all it takes. That's one of the key things is you really have to practice. One of my quotes that I say is that I could show you 100 times how to do something, but you're going to have to practice at 1,000 to get it right. And I can honestly tell you that I've been DJing for over 33 years now, and that's the only way that I've gotten proficient at this is just doing it constantly. Prior to all this lockdown crap, I DJ 3 nights a week, every Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So think about 4 hours a night, three times a week, plus any kind of shows I do and stuff like this. That just is repetition is all it is. It's not, I don't have some giant skill set that somebody else doesn't have. I do not. You have just as much talent to do this as I do. I've just spent a stupid amount of time going 5, 6, 7, 8 drop. You know, it's just That's all it is it gets in your mind to where I can talk and do stuff while I'm mixing, and I've had people do that, and they're like, well, I'm like, well, because it's not that hard. I mean, it's just there. And I do not mean to start a fight with DJs saying when I say mixing isn't hard, but you know what I mean. With practice, it becomes more natural, just like anybody else that dances or somebody who paints or whatever. All those things become more natural to you, and it just kind of takes time. So, again, open question night, as you see. If you have any more questions, hit me up. I can cover some more of that if you have more questions about that. So, definitely about anything you want there. Tim asked me about... Tim, are you asking me about Nick's video thingy? If so, I don't watch anything he puts out, but I also don't watch pretty much anybody else puts out. I try to just keep my videos the way I do my videos and try not to copy anybody else or reflect off anybody else. I definitely will not do any answer videos. I've been asked 1,000 times, so, hey, so-and-so put a video out. You need to put one out. No, I don't. I don't have to do that. I'm running my own race, and I do not need to do answer videos. So whatever he did, that's great. You know, he has a following, he has a bunch of people. Maybe, you know, whatever he said, just like if I say something, I would tell you to double check me. Same. So if you go him, don't take him or anybody else's word. Just check it out yourself. So I hope that answered your question enough. So, you know, you don't, that I'm not I don't want to, you know, dismiss you in your question, but I basically, I don't think that I can answer someone else's thing. If they were here to defend themselves and talk about it, then we could do that. That's why I have the interview night. So come up with someone maybe for me to interview. That's next Wednesday night. Oh my goodness, DJ Cake's in the house. A friend of mine. Kate, how are you? Jamie, DJ Cake, what's going on? Who else is in here? John Jazz. John says, okay, I can't get my microphone working on my VDJ on my NS7 and my Newmark N4, but it works on Serato. Keep in mind, this is something you have to think about when setting up stuff in virtual. Most controllers, headphones, and mics are not run through the software. So that's one of the things you have to think about, that they are run in hardware. So Serato skips that in the hardware, but virtual will let you take that over. So there is a good chance that maybe you have the microphone taken over where you need to just turn it off. Let me see if I can share this screen here. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do this. Hold on. Because I have like 20 screens open here. Let me expand that. And see, we have video program. Okay, so we're here. See if the pop-up. Oh, it's not grabbing the pop-up. Crap. That's what I need to show. So I need to try one more thing here. Hold on. We're back to here. Whoops, not there. I want here. Let me see if I can do this on opposite screens, because I have trouble grabbing the secondary menu on some of these sometimes. Let me see if this will grab the secondary menu over here. And let me find is it going to come up on this? And we're still not getting the secondary menu. Dang it. Anyways, so in the secondary menu, there are inputs and outputs there. And the idea is that you make sure that there are no inputs. You only have outputs, because if you're grabbing an input, then that thing is virtual, the way, like I said, the way it does. It will grab that mic channel and do something with it. And if you don't have the in and the out matched, so where you have it coming into the computer and back out of the computer, back down to the controller, that's what you could do. After this tonight, take a snapshot of when you do your config menu up at the top, the little config thing up in the corner. Let me go back to the regular screen here. Sorry about that. The little config thing up in the corner. Take a picture, open that up, and then go to the tab on the left that says audio and take a picture of that, a screenshot, and send it to me, and then maybe I can help you from there. But that's about the best I can help with on that. So let me move some stuff back over here so I can see the chat. So I hope that helps. Dave Wolf says, where do you go to find remixes to make non-danceable songs danceable? We go through this a lot on this show. People ask me about where I get my songs. Those of you who don't know, Taylor Swift just re-released Love Story again, and the purpose was that she did a remix that was very music-oriented. It wasn't a remix. It was a studio remastering of the song, to where it was when it came out many years ago, Spotify had a thing that if your song had a lot of punch to it, it would kind of pull it up through the ranks a little bit better and stand out more. But they have since killed that algorithm. So what a lot of artists now are doing are re-recording versions of them that aren't like maxed out to the hilt, where you can hear the instruments and stuff like that. Many of you probably seen the waveforms that, show these things maxed out. Well, that's what that was. That was a re-release. And to me, it's the same song, so I'm still playing the old remix. And John and Dan and I, who do the Monday Night Chat, I sent them the one that I play. It's called, what is it, the Hot Dog Remix or something? No. What is it? The Scott. Hold on here. I can quote it to you, and you guys can go find it if you want. It is the. I don't have it. How did I just lose that song? Hold on here. I have lost that song. That can't be right. Love Story. Ha. I am not a Taylor Swift person. The Digital Dog Remix. So if you want the version that I play, it's the Digital Dog Remix. Tune in the second Wednesday of next month over on Twitch, and I will play that for you over there. But the idea is that you can find them pretty much anywhere. Here's one of the key things you have to think. A lot of people belong to music services where they just get a monthly dump, and a monthly dump. You cannot be efficient that way. So if a new song comes out, I go to a couple different ones that I have. I can't talk about them because of sponsorship on this show, but most places have them. And you go and look for that specific song, and bunches of versions will come up. I belong to more than one subscription service because one isn't going to have what you need. So you get a couple, and then you go and dig for something that you like that Love Story song. It is a slow song in my attention, or really laid back, however you want to call that, slow or laid back. The version that I have is running at, what is it? 128 BPM, and it is peppy and happy. And you might think, well, that song would sound terrible as a techno song. We're not talking that kind of remix. Dan heard it, and Dan goes, I really like that version because it's upbeat and makes people want to dance to it. Yes, yet all of the words and stuff are not changed around or mixed. It's still in the same structure, so they can sing along through the entire thing, but it's peppy and happy, and it keeps your dance floor with energy. So that's the key. It's not where I get them from. It's that you need to dig for them and find them individual songs. And trust me, I look all the time. And then after I've had a song that maybe is a super big hit, and I've been playing it for like a year, I'll go back and find a different version of it so that I can still play the song because it's still popular, but I'm still not abusing the same version over and over and over and over again. So that's kind of the best way I can tell you with that, is that when it comes to some of this stuff, you really have to dig. And some of the ones I belong to, I've talked about them in the DJNTV chat room, if you guys, the chill room, sorry, that we do. We started it when the whole lockdown thing happened, and it's DJNTV.com/chill, one word. And it basically is a Zoom room where we all can hang out. It's not like DJs DJing like over on Twitch. It's people just talking. Some people don't even have their camera on. They just come and hang out. But in there, I talked about some of the services I'm paying for that are technically, as services go, illegal, but I pay for them because they get me what I want. For the type of DJing I do with the clubs and the bars, I have to have good versions. I cannot play radio versions or album versions. Nobody wants to hear that. So I have to have them. So if I belong to a service that doesn't give me remixes of some sort, I can't do my job. So that's why I say I go to the illegal. I would go 100% legal if the legal ones give me what I want, but they don't. So I have to go the other route, the technically illegal ones, and that's why I dig for all of them. I just go in, search for individual songs, and find stuff that I want, versions, different things like that. Like the Taylor Swift one, when that song came out 2 years ago, when did I download that? Hold on here. I can tell you in a second here when I put that into my computer, because Virtual has all that wonderful stuff that will tell you first time it was seen. First seen on my computer in 2010. So that version of that song I'm telling you is that old. and I'm going to, if somebody comes up and asks me for that song, that's the version they're going to get. I don't care whether they want the new remix version or the new tailored version. They're getting this one. So that's a song, like I said, that I dug for when it came out because I needed to play the song, but I also was not going to play a version that's going to kill my dance floor. And that's all you have to do. You just have to dig a little bit. I have no problem sharing versions I have. Go dig for them. I mean, share them as in the names of them. I'm not going to give you my files, but like that one with the name of it, I told you the name of it, and that's a great one to have. So, all right, moving on down here. Questions. Let me see here. Oh, thank you, GR. GR, like I said, GR was one of my students. I had several students in here in the thing tonight. I appreciate everybody who tunes in. I still do my things. I told you 6 months ago I was going to do a group thing, but my life kind of like went a different direction. Those of you who don't know, I just finished writing a book, and I'm kind of in the final editing processes on that, and some other stuff that I'm working on. So I have these other projects, but I still want to try to do a group class sort of thing and see how this sort of education pans out to a group of people online as opposed to one-on-one. I know in a room I could do a group of people, but online, but I'm still working on that. So, GR says, what brand do you think is the best when it comes to speakers and microphones? Now, here's a question that I can't answer. Headphones, microphones, speakers are all subject to the listener's ear, in my opinion. I will tell you right now, you would be hard-pressed to find two DJs that agreed on what the best sounding headphones were. Same with speakers and stuff. I like QSC because when I bought them a zillion years ago, they were the only ones that had this 6-year warranty, and that's one of the reasons why I bought them. They were light, they were powerful, sounded very clear, and they had a 6-year warranty, so in 6 years, no matter what happened to them, I can get them fixed and replaced. That was one of my reasons why I like QSC. I still like them to this day, but there's a buttload. EV has a buttload of good ones out there. I can't pick one when it comes to that and say what's best. Microphone, those who are gear snobs, do not yell at me, because like I always say, you can type things in angrily. You have a keyboard, I have a delete button. But when I travel around, this is the microphone that goes with me when I'm out at clubs, when I'm out anywhere. This is a $20 Pile mic. It works for me. I know my voice. I know how to tune things. This mic that you're listening to me on is a cheap little mic. And I mean cheap. But because I know how to tune it for my voice and work it, that's what makes it sound better. So I can't give you a name to go when it comes to this stuff because it's subject to each person's, kind of taste. Number one thing I always tell people, when we covered this last week when we were talking about controllers, is price. You might want to buy an $800 speaker, but you may have a budget for a $300 speaker. So that would be more of a deciding factor for a lot of people than just what's the best. One of the things you can do is you can go to Guitar Center. They do have most of their speakers set up, and they do have them routed, so you can go speaker by speaker and listen to them. Like I said, I know you're here in the city. You have two of them. I haven't actually started yet, but I got hired to teach DJ classes at Guitar Center, but I haven't started yet because of all this lockdown stuff. But like I said, I was in there the other day and checking out some of the speakers, and they have everything up there, including the Evolves and all of those there, and you can check them out. If you go to, what was I at? The Robinson one, for those who live around this area, and you go in that room, there is one light in that room because they have a light up on the scaffolding thing. They're so freaking noisy. I was going to take a video of it. I mean, it's like wah 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 wah. So I'm sorry, that probably sounded really weird, but it's just something in the store that caught my attention. But you go there and listen to those, try them out. Key thing I tell everybody, if you really want to try equipment out, hear what it sounds like. Find someone in your area that has what you want, and go and hit them a message, excuse me, and ask them, hey, can I come to your event and listen to your speakers or something like that? Because I was not a big fan of the Evolve 50s until I was DJing up at one of the ski places around here, and another DJ who was playing after me, I took my QSCs down, he put his Evolves up, and when he started, I'm like, oh, I do like the sound of them. I'm not going to go out and buy them because mine work just fine for what I do, but it was neat to actually get to hear them in an actual atmosphere with people and stuff. And so that was the best way. Like I said, I got to hear them in a real environment. And so that's the thing. If somebody has what you want, just say, hey, at your next gig, can I stop and listen to your speakers? Or if you're thinking about, a controller, hey, can I come to your thing before you start? I want to look at the controller and kind of see how big it is compared to that. So that's one of your best things to do, I think. See here, more questions. Where do you find 80s remixes? The same thing as the rest of it. Like I said, the mixed ones, like I said, some of the ones you belong to that are legal, I keep doing these quotes because I think it's important that you know that, won't let you download songs that go back further than you have been a subscriber. So if you've been a subscriber to them for a year, you can't download songs that are over a year old. That's just the way a lot of them work. But the ones I belong to that I told you that are kind of illegal, they have literally files of old remixes. So you just go in and find what you want. There was one night in the chat, again, showing this stuff off, somebody wanted something, and I'm thinking that it was Heart, the group Heart. And we went in there and found almost the entire album remixed. So the stuff's out there. You just have to try different download services. That's the key I'm going to tell you, is that during the lockdown, one of the key things that I did was I quit subscribing to one for a month, picked another one the next month, and tried and see what they had, because I didn't have to be locked down to music because I wasn't actually going out and DJing, so I didn't have to be locked to different services. And then the next month I would cancel that one, move on to this one, give this one a try, and that's kind of what I did to find what I like. And I've hit a little sweet spot right now in some of the stuff that I have that I really can find what I want, and that includes using Virtual's online service for iDJ Pool, because there are songs that I can't find like quick edits or clean edits like the first week they come out, but I can go to iDJ Pool's streaming service and find those versions that will hold me off until I find one of the other services that gets me a download. So I play into all of that. So all of that is stuff that I tie into where I get that, and I am not ashamed to say that I have remixes in mind that I couldn't find what I wanted anywhere else, but I found it on YouTube. And I know people are going to say, oh, you can't download from YouTube, blah, blah. Listen, in my business, you have to have good stuff, and if that's where you can get it from, and that's the only place you can get a version you like and that works for your crowd, that's where you get it. And that's kind of pretty much how I look at all that. You just have to find these services and dig. Like I said, some of the ones, like you're talking about the 80s stuff, I have a version of, what was it? Bon Jovi's Living on a Prayer, and somebody remixed the video with this kid singing along. It's like at a hockey game or something. He's up in the stands and the song's playing and he's just singing out loud, going crazy, and they take the camera over to him and half the video is him doing that. So it's creative little things like that you go out and go, that's got a nice redrum to it. I have a nice intro, a nice outro. It doesn't tear the song apart and be all these different weird things. It goes the same structure of the song, but the video kind of made it cool. So digging to me is the same as it was back in the day with records or CDs, but now I dig digitally. I go out, like I said, today I was looking for something, I don't remember what it was, and I must have hit 3 different places till I found what I wanted, and I found a quick version that was clean, and I'm like, this is what I want, so I downloaded it. I'll probably get a different one later. One of the things I go back and do a lot is that I will go back after a song's been a hit for a while. I go back and find the video version of it. So not all the songs I download are video versions, but if it becomes a hit and stays on the chart, I get a video version of it, just so that I always have a video version of it at some point. And that's kind of my way to do that. And I go back, and what I did about a month ago is I went back and grabbed a bunch of 90s songs, because we didn't have not much of a way to get video versions of 90s music back then, but there's people have put them out now. And I went back about a month ago and grabbed a bunch of videos from 90s music, and that kind of made me feel good to grab them. So now when I DJ, like I said, if you tune in tonight at 10 p.m. over on twitch.tv/DJ Michael Joseph, you'll get to see some of the videos. And who asked about the 80s one? I lost you there. State of Zen. If you tune in there, I will play that Bon Jovi one for you so you can see that. But that's kind of way a lot of those tap into there. Is, like I said, I just kind of dig for stuff. I I find what I want. Sometimes, if Jamie's still in the chat, DJ Cake, many times I'll go hang out with her if I'm not DJing, and she'll play a version, and I'm like, you mind if I take a picture? And I will take my camera out over her shoulder, take a picture of her screen, and then go hunt for that song. And I do that to a lot of DJs, and as long as they don't mind, I always ask first, but then I'll go and find it myself. That's a way to do it too. Like I said, you got to get out and hear what other people are playing. So when I'm not DJing, I try to get out and network with other people, and that also gets you hearing different music and stuff and styles, and keeps everything fresh, and you're not lame and kind of weighed down on all that. All right, so more questions here. You guys are freaking awesome. I appreciate it. We're on 7 different places tonight. Let me go back to the questions here. It is open question night, so I put that little. I hope that, I got to remember to take that off when I go to do the live stream tonight. Otherwise, it's going to be open question night, and I'm going to be DJing, and people are going to be like, "Hey, I got a question." But I thank you guys for tuning in. This show's been going on a while. This is our 85th episode of this show. I'm like 200 on the Rewind Report. I've done hundreds of videos here on Disc Jockey News about everything you can imagine, and I'm really kind of blessed to get to do this. And that's one of the things we were talking about Monday, about people in the industry who we give thanks to for what they do. John here at Disc Jockey News, John Young, has made it possible for me to do this, and has expanded a lot of my career because of this, and has put me in touch with a lot of you. And it's just a unique thing to think about. 20 years ago, I wouldn't have been able to meet you guys or do anything. The only way we would meet is if we were all at an expo and we talked to each other in a hallway or in the showroom or something. But this way, we have people all over the country, multiple countries tonight. We normally have several from different countries, and we're all getting to hang out and do this. And I think it's a cool thing, and it's something that I encourage you to take advantage of in what you do in your DJing, because it will help you in a lot of different ways. GR says, feel like people don't care for it while in the club. Sorry. Scratching, a lost art. See, this is a good question. He's talking about, do people like scratching in the clubs? It's a balance, I think. A good DJ can scratch a lot and not disrupt the crowd's dancing. A good DJ who scratches. Yet someone else who scratches once can kill the dance floor. So it's a lot about balance and how you do it in your songs, how heavy it is, how it ties into the song. So if you're scratching samples, or if you're trying to do wordplay, stuff like that. Again, we as DJs think that it's all about us, but it's really about the dance floor. So if you, this is my opinion. When I DJ, I really try to get the crowd so lost in themselves on the dance floor that they forget I'm there. I want them to have so much fun that they are so in the moment with each other that an hour goes past before they ever look up. That's my goal. So I may scratch, but I try to blend it in like as if it was an instrument that is in the song, and that's kind of one of my goals when I do this. But scratching is out there, because I know guys that you would sit and listen to, and you'd think, oh, this guy's really cool. And I'm like, well, come up here and watch him. And you get up and watch him, and he's scratching every single song in, but you don't pick it up because he's doing it in a very good way. So, dance floors. That's all I got to say. David Wolf asks, any plans on attending the convention this year? Midwest DJs Live is coming up soon. I do not plan on going to Midwest DJs. I may go to the expo. I made a joke a while back on one of the Monday night chats saying, I'm not going in 2021 if they have it. I'm just not going. And then I ended up entering one of the competitions, the door prize things on when they did their virtual expo. And I ended up winning full passes. Even though I get full passes every year from Denon, I get full passes and a T-shirt and everything to this year. So I looked at Dan. I said, I guess I'm going. So the next one I'll probably go to is if it happens in the fall at Atlantic City DJ Expo. That's the one that I'll probably go to if I go. But I probably won't go to the Midwest ones. I mean, I'm not against it. Maybe another year, but not this year. I think somebody there had asked me about speaking one time in the same way with what's his KC's one that I can never think of. That if asked, I would come and speak and do stuff. But we just have to take it day by day and see who does what and how things open up and travel. I'm not as you know, I've said a couple times on my show that I'm not the biggest people person. I really don't like traveling. Traveling's hard on me. And I was thinking about this week, literally this week, a year ago, I was in Vegas DJing and speaking at the Photo Booth Expo, and that was tough. That wore me out mentally. It's a tough place for me to travel and do all that, and it was really hard. So even though it was a great time, an incredible opportunity, I'm kind of glad I didn't have to go this year because, I mean, it kicked my butt last year bad. So we'll see. Like I said, if someone asks me to come and speak, we can talk. I'm not against it. I'll take it step by step, little bit by little bit. Let me think here. Extreme Sound DJ says, I haven't done my updates on VDJ. I'm kind of hesitant. Do you recommend it? I literally have mine set up. The studio computer is set up because they have 2 updates with virtual. They have the standard update and the early access. The early access is kind of like a beta, but it's like past beta, believe it or not. I have the studio computer that does the early access because I want to try the stuff out. And this one, as soon as it goes up to the next one, I update. I update like literally as soon as it updates. I don't hesitate because I've never had a problem. Today when I clicked on, I was going to go, okay, is there an update? There was no update today. But I don't hesitate to update them. I don't have a problem. I've been DJing with virtual for over 10 years, and never had a problem with anything. So, but like I said, I won't do the early access on my DJ computer, but I will do it on the studio because I get to test the stuff over there. See if I like it, because with virtual, you have switches. You can turn stuff on and off. So if they add something on the standard update, I can still turn it off if I want to, if I don't like it. So I definitely update. It's up to you. A lot of people like to wait a long time to update, but here's the thing. Let's just use a number. Let's say today Virtual put out version 2.001, and you have version 2.001. And then they put out 002, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then you get to a point you go, well, I'm going to try to update. You're not going to be updating from 001 to 002. You're going to be updating to whatever number they are now. So you're going to be, whenever you choose to update, you will be automatically updated to the newest version. So keep that in mind. So it's whether you're updating right now or updating 10 months from now, whatever version is the newest is the one you're going to be getting at that time. So it kind of almost doesn't matter in a way. Go ask, what ice cream do you prefer right now? I'm having a pint of Haagen-Dazs rum raisin. What's the best brand that's the best brand for me? My favorite, no joke, and I cannot buy these for myself because I will finish them off in like 2 days, is the Reese's peanut butter Klondike bars. I'm telling you what, I will slap someone's mom. You ask me, what would you do for a Klondike bar? For a Reese's peanut butter Klondike bar, I'll slap someone's mom. That's how much I love them. Great question. Yeah, the Marquee Show. Thank you, Dave. Appreciate that. Because I talked to him at the Photo Booth Expo, and he knows I really don't like to travel. But if he wanted me to come out to that, I would. Like I said, maybe not this year because of the way things are. I'm kind of a little hesitant on things, but I'll definitely consider that. If he would want me to, I would consider that. So I hope you like the ice cream one there. What's your favorite DJ software? Where do you get your effects from? And how important are DJ drops? Okay, 3 questions. I use Virtual DJ. It's my favorite, even though on my DJ computer, I have Virtual, I have full Serato, I have Serato Lite, I have Record Box, I have Algorithms DJ. I test them all. I have them all on here. Virtual has been my go-to for 10 years. It doesn't even skip a beat. I love it. That's all I can say. It does everything for me. It is completely adjustable to everything you can imagine. Its search ability is way beyond everybody else's because I can do string searches of stuff, which I'll show that in a minute. I'll show the string search, but that's important. But Virtual by far. Where do I get my effects from? Virtual or other people who make stuff for Virtual. That's one of the cool things about Virtual is it's an open source software, so people make stuff for it all the time. And I literally have a different skin than the stock skin because I like the one I have. I'll share that here in a second and show you and explain why I like that. But that's all on that. And DJ drops, I used to do them a lot, but I don't do them very often anymore. In fact, I wanted to start putting them back in the streaming shows, but I just keep forgetting because I'm just so focused on mixing and stuff. But I just don't. So I don't have a problem with them as long as you don't abuse them or have them like stupidly loud or put over top the song. If you want to do that, you can. I'll play mine, but they're very loud, so I don't know if I can do this without the Let me bring this back over here because I want to share the, what do you call that? The skin and what was the other thing? The effects. So that's not what I want. I want that. No, I don't want that. Yeah, so let me see if this is here. See if that's there. You go. I want to make sure because that's a kick drum. But one of my samples is this.
You are listening to Michael Joseph, MJ in the mix.
That's one of mine, and here's the other one.
MC DJ MJ.
But I don't use them very often. I have nothing against them, but those are my two. You wanted to see, what did you want to see? Someone asked me something they wanted to see. What was it here? Effects, DJ drops. Oh, I think I know what it was. It was something to do with virtual. Oh, the string search. All right, so right now I'm highlighting my entire library. So what you see I haven't shared that yet, sorry. That's hilarious. All right, so what you're seeing right here, if my screen stops flickering, is I have this highlighted over here, and that's every single folder with everything I have. So when I'm DJing a lot of times, I have this sorted by play count, all right? So if I'm DJing and I have a song, let's take a look at this one right here. It's 91.98 BPM. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to split that range for a search, and I'm going to go 88.95. So now this has brought up every single song in my entire library between that range. So let's say I'm DJing to a younger crowd and I want something newer. So now I can put a date in there and go 2015-2021. So now this has brought up only songs in that BPM range and only in that year range. So let's say one of my key searches that I put in the tags is the word pop. And basically that means that no matter what kind of song it is, if it is hit on the Billboard Hot 100 Top 40, it gets the pop logo so that I know that that song has been popular. So we can take another space there and write pop. And now we've narrowed it down to just pop songs in that BPM range between that. And we can take it further. We can go remix. So now we're only looking at remixes that hit the pop charts between those years and that date. And then again, like I said, I have it sorted by play count. So popular ones that I've played a lot are up at the top. Ones that I haven't played a lot are down here. So you can judge where it's early in the night. You want to play some of these down here, later in the night, the hits. And that's why I like virtual, because it lets you sort like that. And that's, again, why I like it, because it lets me sort things. And again, this is one of the skins I use. I usually run it on this one here. So it is variation middle. So as I don't leave a lot of space for the mixing, I want to see a bunch of songs. So this is, again, one of the skins, and obviously I modify it because it has my logo there. You can see on the left and right side. But that's, again, I choose this because I want to see more songs as opposed to the stock skin. So hope that helped. See if I can move this back over here and go back to seeing the questions. He said he still has the version 1.1. I started on version 7, and that was the one that sold it for me. I didn't think much of 6. I really didn't at all, because when I was thinking about softwares, I did not think much of version 6, and then I got a copy of version 7, and I was blown frickin' away by it. And that's why I ended up going with it years ago. Thank you, Robin, for hitting the like button. I appreciate it. Definitely hit the like button and the share and all that kind of stuff, because that's how this show kind of gets up there, and all the different things that, you know, you guys get to see more of this. And if you want to see topics, hit me up with topics. If you want to see people for me to interview, hit me up for people to interview. We have Music Week coming up, like I said, so it's going to be interview, music over on Twitch, topic night, and then open question like this next month. So hit me up with any of those things you have. He wants me to add two-step in my string search. I doubt I'm going to have anything two-step. I probably have it labeled as something else. I might have a two-step marked in there, but I don't know. I do my tags differently because I'm really picky about tags. I don't necessarily put a type of dance to it very often. I do have tags that are listed as line dance, so all I have to do is type in line dance, and it brings up every song that is a line dance. I also have slow songs that way. I will do holidays that way, so Valentine songs, Christmas songs, Halloween songs, quick searches like that. You know, that their search engine, the way that thing works is just freaking incredible, and that's why I love it, because I can just run all night long. I don't have to make crates. I do have some, but I almost never. I mean, literally, probably 98% of the time, I just go off a search like that. I'm on this BPM. I want to go here. I want something newer for this crowd, or, okay, I've been playing a lot of new stuff. I want to throw something old, same BPM, do a search, year range, search through, yep, boom, throw, go. And that's kind of the way I kind of look at that, is I really try to focus in on what I do and make it fresh, so I'm not playing the same thing all the time. If I look at a song at the top of the list, because like I said, I sort it by play count, I go, wow, I've been playing that a lot, so let's not play that. Let's play something else, and I can just slide down the list. For me, play counts remind me back in the day when you had CDs or records, and certain records did well, or certain CDs that had certain songs, and you'd always go for that record, or always go for that CD, and you kept falling into that habit of using that same one all the time. My way, I don't fall into that because I'm not seeing the exact same thing all the time, because I can sort different ways. And Virtual also has the key difference thing on there that will show you the difference of the keys. So if you want to mix in key, you don't have to worry about what key it's in. You just look at the songs you're going to pick and pick a key difference. So if you're 0 or 1 off of the key, it's going to match. And I'll show that real quick here, because I think that's an important thing to look at. A lot of people like to mix by key. And again, you don't have to look at the key. Where were we at here? Right here? All right, so you really can't see it that well, but over here is the key difference line. So the song that's over here, let me press play on the right side. So it will pick that up. I'm going to empty the deck on the left deck. All right, so now it has this marked here as key. So if I want to find a song that is in the same key, I look for a 0. There's no zeros there, so we're going to pick a 1. That means that it is 1 off, and I can throw that up there. All right, so let's say I switch that out. I'm not going to turn the other one up because of that. So now I'll go over here, and if you watch, I'll stop this one. It'll change the keys. So now I have one here that's on the same key as that, and you just go the difference. So if you want to play the keys, you just go the key difference, and that's all you have to worry about. Again, one of the many reasons why I like Virtual. VDJ, but you can like whatever you like. Ain't no hating. DJing is still DJing. DJing is still what you do with your ears and your hands, in my opinion. That's DJing. It's not software. It's not hardware. It's what you can do with your ears and your hands. So, Dave Wolf talks about country. There will be no country talk on my show. Any other questions? We're almost done. Almost at the top of the hour. Like I said, join me over on, if you're watching this live, if you're watching this on demand, you're not going to get to see this, but if you're watching this on demand, you can still drop me questions or topics that you want to see or people you want me to interview. You can still do that. But if you're watching this live, then you can join me over on twitch.tv/DJ Michael Joseph. I may still simulcast on my YouTube channel, which is DJ Michael Joseph over on YouTube, because I normally do both of them, but it normally gets shut off on YouTube about halfway through, but I can do Twitch the whole time. But join me over there. You can request songs over there, and you can hear some of my versions. But again, our music one is the second Tuesday of every month. Second Wednesday, I keep saying Tuesday. Second Wednesday of every month, and it is done on Twitch, and that's the one where we can talk about songs, play songs, actually show mixing of stuff. Everything is wide open there. Someone says they use the PC DJ Dex 3. That's very good also. I might have that one on the studio computer. I don't think I have it on here, but I might have it on there. Because I try to test them all, do what I can. Again, thank you everybody for tuning in. Give a thumbs up, all that kind of stuff. Last chance for questions before we shut down. Last chance. I thank everybody for tuning in. You guys are so awesome. I love hanging out with you guys. We're being watched on so many places tonight. That's so awesome. Let me know what you think of this setup as opposed to over there, the way we normally do that. Like I said, if I end up moving this, I'm going to move this whole desk over to there and dedicate this entire wall for videoing. That sort of thing. I don't know. This is my sticker collection of stickers I've had over the years. I just let you know they're not stuck to the wall. A girl I dated a bunch of years ago told me about this metallic paint. You paint the metallic stuff on your drywall and then paint whatever color you want over top of it. So all I have to do is I put the sticker on a magnet and then I go, boop, it's on the wall. So if I move, I go to the next place, paint my stuff on the wall, and I keep my stickers. But this is my sticker collection of all kinds of QSCs and ADJs and PVs and Pioneer and Denon's over there, Virtual's over there, motorcycle stuff's up there. So I got a little bit of everything. So any other questions? Last chance. 3, 2, 1. Awesome. So again, thank you guys for hanging out with me. I appreciate this. You guys really, like I said, us being able to reach out and be with each other on these shows worldwide we're in a special time in our lives. And also, things get a little crazy in this special time of ours. And at the end of every show, I always say, look out for each other, because this world is full of people that are only nice when it's convenient. So we have to work very hard at being nice to each other. You do not have to go across the world and help somebody. If someone's within arm reach of you, help them out. Give them encouragement for that day. Instead of doing some sort of snide comment online, encourage them. Talk to them, because you might not know what they're going through, but you know what going through something feels like. So that's all you have to do, is understand what going through something feels like. And that's what I want to encourage you through all the stuff that I do, is that be a community no matter where you're at. Your community doesn't necessarily have to mean physical. It can mean anywhere. So with that said, God bless you guys. Have a good evening. Again, join me a little after 10 as soon as I get everything switched around over on twitch.tv/DJ Michael Joseph. Until then, God bless.